Hello everyone, it's a Drunken Hero playing on ArcheRage. Currently we're in version 4.0 and I wanted to talk about the support pack today and give y'all some heads up on it. A lot of people don't know about it, some people know about it but really don't know how to do it. And then lastly, some people get it and screw it up because they might play the wrong class. Um, I'm going to just give you a basic rundown of it. And on my house here in Lilliot Hills, it's a big crafting area I've had since pretty much day one of the game. Um, There's a little bit of a guide here. It's real simple. You just go to the website, which is na.artrage.to, and you click the Discord link, get signed up for this version of Discord, which usually requires you to insert your telephone number, I think, to verify through a text message that it's you. And then you would type in a support, pack command that you'll see in the channel. There's an underscore in it, and then put your character name. Now there's some requirements here, and I'll put that up here too. It's you gotta have a new account. You gotta have one character that's level 52, and you can only do it once. Some people have already picked the last one that they had, which was celestial armored weapons that were tier 4. Well, the new one is tier 5 weapons, armor, and some Delphinad pieces to cover the 2 slots of the 7 total that um, Obsidian does not cover because it only covers 5. They give you a couple good things, like this is good for the library, this is good for whatever the fuck honor. I think that's a free 10,000 honor, and then you get a free mount, free wagon, and a free fishing boat. So that's useful for some people. Lock this because it's annoying. All right, cool. All right, so anyway, that's the gist of it. So most people don't know what happens when you do it. So here's the support pack. After you've requested it, if you got a support pack as accepted mail message under here and Discord, you'll get it in your mail. So you just go up to one of the mailboxes that you see throughout the world, or the 8 fucking million I have right here. Open it up, bam, it'll be right there. And you click it, open it up, bring it into your inventory, right click it. And so here you go, it's open. Bam, this is what you get. You get the mount, the hauler, and the fish finder, long line, or what, something. I'll find it eventually. So anyway, we'll start off with the tier 5 weapons. Now, the armor weapons are kind of dependent on what class you want to play. Starting off, real popular one here is, of course, Dark Runner, because it's a melee class. It doesn't really require a whole lot of mana. You can farm all day, so you can actually make some gold just, farming mobs. A lot of people seem to like to play like Paladin, which is a pretty horrible class, but, it's all up to you. Now, say for instance you want to play a healer. We'll go ahead and do that for this video. So you go to one of the Warriors T5 weapons. You open it up. There's a whole list of obsidian weapons in here. Now, some healers would prefer to choose the Twilight Leaf for the cast hive, and some healers would like to pick, say for instance, that's not it. Don't pick a two-handed weapon for a healer, especially as low level, because you're just going to die. You really want to do the one-hand weapon and shield combo. And in here somewhere happens to be a mace. And if there isn't, we'll definitely be going and doing something else. Alright, now this is up to you. You could do the Death Sunset Club, which gives you the increased healing bonus, or you can do the Moonlit Herald, which basically, your basic Resurgent can be casted multiple times up to 30, and it increases the duration to 35 seconds. And it also slightly decreases your cast time. Now that's up to you. Me personally, just for this video, I'm just clicking this one, because I think overall that would be your best bet, because you get a little bit of stamina and some spirit compared to just pure spirit. So, you gotta live sometime, right? So Death Sunset be the first weapon. Second, you would need to pick a shield. And since you're going to be wearing cloth for this, you would want to go with the one with the physical defense. There's two versions. One has magical defense, like say if you want to pick a plate class and have a little bit of actual magic defense. And then here's the one for basically cloth or leather. So there you go, long anticipation. Click that, open it up. Lastly, you could do this two ways. You could pick a bow if you would like, but I really don't see that as something you need right off the bat because Lost Garden faded bows are so cheap. I would say it would be better for you as a cloth wearer to pick this, which is the Forgotten Wayfarer flute. So click that, and that's your three weapons out the way. Now you open up your armor. The armor is not too much different. You would just pick all the pure-hearted stuff. So pure-hearted hood, bam. And then you go through, open up the next one, pure-hearted shirt, and just go slow so you don't screw it up, and just pay attention like I would put the armor in order so you can remember what you need to get. Basically, just to help me out in this video more than anything else. So, pure-hearted pants, bam. And then you go to the pure-hearted gloves, and then lastly would probably be the boots. Just right there. So now you have all 5 pieces of that gear. Now, that doesn't cover your full character body, because as you can see, there's 7 pieces. So they've given you in this 2 different Delphinet items that you can pick. So you would want to go through here, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. There really is. So you would scroll down to the cloth, and then from there, say for instance, I do believe it's stone, yeah. For a healer, for instance, you'd want stone, which has the stamina and the spirit. So there's your wrists, Delphinet stone sleeves. And then you would need a belt, which will be Delphinet stone, something for claw. You could choose life if you wanted, but then you would just die. You would have no hit points. So Delphinet stone sash. Now you won't be able to get the Delphinet bonuses, but that's not a big deal. So now, for instance, let me put all this together here. Alright, good enough. So I'll take all this off. And if I didn't screw it up too bad, that would be my complete set. We'd show 2 pieces of Delphinet stone. Anyway, you would start off, minus rings, necklace, and all this stuff. Go ahead and take everything off so you can see. Around a 3487 gear score. But your healing power is 652, which is pretty high to start off with to be able to do some general purpose stuff like heal raids and everything. Will you be great? No, because there's something that you're missing, and that would be the gems that go in everything. To start off with, just go to all the events. There's Crimson Rift, Grimgas Rift, Aegis Island sometimes once a day, Whale Song once a day, and in those you'll get a lot of honor. Now in the honor shop, you'll see that you can purchase different gems. The Fire Glow gems being the most popular. You can also buy this off the auction house if you'd like. To start off with for this set, I would not upgrade it past the blue level that it comes with, because it's free. And free is the best when you're trying to save up for better stuff. Now, as you can see, for the armor, you can increase melee attack. I wouldn't put that in there. You need different kinds of gems, which still for like your chest piece would be resilience, and for your leg item, it would be toughness. Now those are harder to find, But if you go to the right events, like say Halcyona and not quite sure what the second one was, maybe OC, you'll get little shards, and in those shards you can actually put together. Let me get here and show you. You can go to a handicraft kiln in any major city and turn those shining fragments into any of the old style gems that you want. So you would go for toughness in the chest piece. Is it right? I mean, resilience in the chest piece, as you can see right there, and then toughness in the leg piece. Now that's the two most important gems to be able to PvP. The rest of it, have at it. I wouldn't personally go with anything else but what you can see from everybody else on the gear score list, like say melee critical rate in your helmet, your gloves. You know, it can be the old school parry rate or the newer one. Plate, I have no magic resistance, so depending on what class you want to pick, you can do the, like say, the basic revitalizing cheer, say if you're playing like a Templar or something, or you could go with the other build I have, like if you're using heavy Songcraft as a healer, you could just increase your zeal duration. It's really whatever you want. Let's see, as a plate I have to do that. All the other stuff will come together. I'm probably just rambling on at this point, but anyway, that's the gist, to get you a little bit of gear to start off with, and then you would put healing critical rate in your helmet. You would put resilience, and then the next one could be something like zeal, or say if you're playing a defensive type healer, you could get the revitalizing cheer, which is a good self heal. Stone sleeves, whatever you want. The gloves would be like parry rate or dodge. I would say parry rate would hopefully be better, because you don't really have much of either stat. This is toughness. You want to fill that with toughness. And then the boots. Move speed is useless unless you're playing like, say, an archer class. So for this, you would want to go like physical defense, and probably physical defense. And to be honest with you, probably physical defense again. So it just adds up. This, you would want to put the old school shield block in. The 2% gems that you can make with this. Down here, attack speed. Buy a Lost Garden bow. As you can see, I'll just type it in. Lost Garden. And there should be one in here somewhere. $75 gold or 29 gold. It really doesn't matter, because the trick to these, and I'll just buy the cheap one to show you, is once you buy it and equip it, you can also put that on your action bar, and it's a free heal. 305, it's basically 3,050 health healed over 10 seconds. So it's kind of like hard to beat, and that's why I'd rather you pick this for the more defense over like a bow, because you're not going to be using it anyway. And then later on you can upgrade to like an obsidian bow. They're pretty cheap. So that covers, you know, the gist of everything you got. The rings, you can pick those up through quests. There's a long quest line for several different types of rings in the game. Very few people that come here are brand new players anyway, so you know what I'm talking about, like the Yen's Guardian ring, the Library ring. There's PvP rings, as well as a PvP necklace, which I haven't fully upgraded mine yet either. The Arkham Evernight. Healers would choose a different version of that you'll see on the menu. And you have your costumes, you know, many different types of costumes in the game. So anyway, as a new player, this will get you going, this will get you started, and you can play whatever class you want. But like I said, for this video I just wanted to show you healer because it was the most simple one. Now, that's all I have, I do believe. Oh, leveling. If anybody has any problem leveling, one of the easiest ways is just round up some gold real quick through doing your quests, up to, like, say, the first day you could probably make level 30, level 40 pretty easy if you actually wanted to put an hour or two into it. Save up your labor, and then there'll be bound XP pots that you'll get out of the bags every day. There's a couple little things that you need to click open, as well as this plus sign starts off. Pump some gold into that as well. Open up your menu, type in rod, and then you'll say right here, rat bamboo fishing rod. They're 2 gold, 50 silver. Get that. Next thing you'd want to enter is bait worms. And sometimes they're expensive, but message me in the game. My character name, of course, is Drunken Hero. I don't mind giving you a hand, throwing you 1,000 or so of them, and then you can sit there and just go over and brain dead AFK farm XP just by fishing. Fishing is useful in the end because there's a couple things you can make with it through Don's Lake Light Essence, or say your boots. Don's Drop boots takes fish material to upgrade it to the tier 1 through tier 4. That's why you really don't have to worry about ever picking to start off with archer gear, because you basically get a free set of it when you purchase the Don's Drop set in the video game here. And as you can see, the stats are basically like Obsidian Squall, or not really Delphinad level, it's somewhere in between. Once it gets to tier 4, it's like between Ephirium and Delphinad. It's like real close. And there's your free set of Squall armor, because all the stats are agility and stamina. And by then, you'll have what you need. And then you can always tier this up from tier 1 to tier 4. I hope that showed y'all a few basic things. If people want to make money in the game, there's 100 million different ways to make money through trade. I'll show you a couple examples here. I have a bunch of these scattered out through all the different zones. Not every one of them, but the ones I think are kind of important. But there's free trade houses. Just round up these types of materials and come over here, make some packs, put them in your hauler, and then take them. Say for instance, a quick safe run would be from here to Salisbury. You would wrap through Dewstone, go over a little mountain, go through the river, go over to the trade outlet, which should be right here, to a specialty buyer. It's pretty easy. You can also take them down to 2 Crowns, which is down here. If you leave somewhere around there anyway. You can't miss it. As you can see, somebody right here is loading up already. I also have one here in Lilliot with the whole crafting area. And this one, while it's not as good, if the rate is really low in Gwynedd, you could come up here and make them here as well. So that's one way. Fishing's not really a way to make gold. It's kind of just a way to level up. Mining is a big one, and I'll show you 2 mining zones real quick. One is right here in the excavation site for our faction. It's not as big as the other one in the Haranian side of the world. And it is right here on the map. This area right here. They respawn fast. You can mine. You have to be level 52. But once you level it all the way up to max, you can actually make a pretty good bit of profit now with silver, gold, and sometimes copper. Iron not so much because it's still pretty plentiful on the server. But the changes they made to where you have to identify materials and everything, that kind of help, and the keys to open up certain chests require silver keys or copper keys. Silver being the most expensive now because of it. That's pretty much all I got to go over with you. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can message me in the game. I'll try to give you a hand with whatever you need. But like I said, all these houses here, they're clearly labeled as to what they do. I'll show you up top. Those are the bonuses to the proficiencies. It'll help new players out a little bit on this house, and then on the other one, this is an alchemy house here. The other one was an armor house. And there's some bonuses. We kind of made up for the only you can only fit so much. So we added bonuses to this house to make it work. So you can make pots and everything cheaper here, and the assorted ribs, which is about the only buff left in the game. So I hope that helped. That's 20 minutes of me rambling. Feel free to send me a message. Stop by here in Lilliot Hills on the Gwynedd border. Get you a bind. I don't care what faction you are. You can be the East. You can be a pirate. You can be the Player Nation. I don't care. Everybody comes here and nobody gets attacked. I usually try to keep it to a minimum. So have fun. Enjoy the game, because this really is 2 years and running strong. Probably the best version of ArcheRage I've ever played. And like I said, me and my brother have been here since day one, and we still play it every day because it doesn't get old. All right. Thank you very much.